Hey, Geocache Talk Network fans. If you love what we do and want to support the shows, we've got two great ways to help keep the adventure going. You can join us on Patreon at patreon.com/geocachetalk for exclusive perks. Or if you prefer a one-time boost, buy us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/geocachetalknetwork. Every bit of support helps us bring you more geocaching fun, stories, and shows. So whether it's a membership or a coffee, we appreciate you being part of making the Geocache Talk Network operate. Thanks, and happy caching.
Logwork, the creators of the fantastic logbooks made with genuine write-in-the-rain paper. The logbook's designed for the micro-containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who'd rather go caching than doing cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's logwerk.com.
Calling all geocachers. At artedcrafted.com, we create unique apparel designed by geocachers for geocachers. From custom t-shirts to personalized mugs, our gear lets you express your passion. Stand out at your next event with artedcrafted.com. artedcrafted.com. Gear up for your next geocaching adventure.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Gadget Talk tonight. How are you doing, Chad?
I'm doing great, John. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had one slice of pepperoni pizza with sweet sauce earlier.
I'm craving pizza.
Oh man, yeah. And then I had a slice of Hawaiian too, and it was like very, very good. I thought about going for pickle pizza, but I'm like, I'll go for something different. And then the guy behind me in line ordered pickle pizza, and I was like, okay, maybe the universe meant to save that slice for that guy.
So is it dill pickle or sweet pickle?
Oh man, dill pickle, Chad.
Okay.
Dill pickle.
Not like a sandwich pickle.
Oh man. You could use any different kinds, but yeah, I mean, you got to try it someday, man.
Oh, I'll have to. I was actually thinking pizza for dinner tonight. So luckily for me, it's 7:00 when the podcast is over for me. So I can still head out and get something to eat.
Oh man. Yeah. Get a pickle pizza. You'll enjoy it. But yeah, it looks like we got some great folks joining us tonight. We got Buzz82. Greetings from Savannah. Thanks for joining us, Buzz. Scooby Loves Pooh. Howdy from East Texas. So thank you for joining us, Scooby Loves Pooh, on here. Reese 486 from Arkansas. Thanks for joining us. We got Jason and Mary Lee, Angel Bandit. Hi all from PCB. I don't know where PCB is, but it sounds cool. And thank you for joining us on here. We got Jim Stark Casher, Stark tonight, checking in from Toledo on this one. Rega joining us from Oregon Coast on here. And Rick Dorsey, man, Rick had pizza with Rick Dorsey on here. So yeah, awesome to see so many people joining us here tonight on this one. So Chad, what are we talking about tonight?
So tonight we're going to talk about NFCs, near field communication devices, and just different ways to use it. So it's been kind of fun. I've actually experimented a little bit with them. I'm still learning quite a bit on the NFC tag itself, but I think that they can make some really creative caches.
Yeah, absolutely. And it looks like we got Tamara Berger joining us too from upstate New York. So Tamara, hope you had some speedies or something good on that side. And Jason Mary Lee said Panama City Beach, Florida. Yeah. So Chad, I don't know if people are aware of the news from HQ on this one with them getting into NFC, but I think I'm gonna share my screen if that's okay with you and talk about this. So so on here, guys, I'm gonna pull this one up because if you looked at the last or listened to the last HQ podcast, they talked about Project Lodestone. So Project Lodestone is something where it's not really out a lot of information, but it's starting to get out there. So the one thing that they did is they actually had a Lodestone NFC travel tag. And this was available through Shop Geocaching. It's actually sold out right now, but it's an NFC token where it was going to allow things to be securely read by a smartphone and provide some information about Project Lodestone. So I don't know if more of these are going to become available or not. But one of the things too on here for Project Lodestone is if you go and look at Project Lodestone, you can just search geocaching Project Lodestone. There's a page that says, "Welcome to Lodestone, a new experimental project from Geocaching HQ." And on here it describes it as first getting into adventure labs and how NFC tags are going to be incorporated for a new challenge type. So it's interesting. Is that going to be like a new attribute, a new icon? And it's going to be available at a select number of upcoming official geocaching events and promotional partnerships. So, so who knows what events this could be at, coming up. I'm assuming this would be like next year in 2026. But it seems like this is one of those things like, it's cool for us to start talking about this and all the different possibilities. But, in this one, just for our audio listeners, it's going to describe the new possibilities to validate geocaching visits, track object movements, and more with the confidence that NFC can provide. So, I think this is interesting. I think it opens up a number of possibilities. What do you think, Chad?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And some of the stuff that I've explored, and obviously I've watched some YouTube videos and what other people are doing with them. The possibilities are great. And I'm glad HQ is actually is experimenting with this, right? Because it's just going to enhance the game for this. And hopefully they do make another either attribute or icon. I don't know if it'd be an icon, but maybe an attribute. And we were just talking about this actually before the show. There is kind of an attribute already.
Yeah.
For this. And there's not that many out there, from my understanding.
Yeah. The crazy thing. So it's now called, and the name kind of changed throughout time. It used to be called the wireless beacon attribute, but now it's called the wireless receiver required attribute. So if you make an NFC cache, you can use that. And this weekend when I was searching for caches with the attribute, this weekend when I was searching by it, there was only 3,717 caches in the world with the attribute. And, when I went a little further in the United States, there's actually only 821 in the United States. So it's kind of cool that if people make an NFC cache, they can get that out there, provide that unique attribute, and who knows, maybe even create some sort of challenges on them.
That'd be cool. Yeah. In fact, my Cache Odyssey cache uses an FM radio right now for the original code to get in. And I'm actually going to change that to an NFC tag.
Wow.
That they have to scan. And I'm deciding if I want to do a puzzle with it or have it go to a story, or I'm trying to get it to go to a video, but that's a little bit harder for me to figure out right now. So I'm still working on that. But, the possibilities are endless to an extent on what you can do with this, because you can have it go to a website that can hold, a ton of information. So the NFC chip itself only holds a small amount of, it only has a small amount of memory on it. And so that you have to have something on there for it to link or direct someone to a different site. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah. Yeah. And we got a few questions already from folks on here and a few comments. So Burnt Turtles, thanks for joining us tonight. He actually just ordered 50 NFC tags last month. Excited for tonight's show. Thank you for joining us. And they're not that expensive, to get a whole bunch from Amazon.com on that one. And thanks for Joe McRae for joining us as well too. And we got B Genius on the show and Amateur Gadget Caches as well here too. And yeah, Amateur Gadget Caches, you raise a great point. NFC is a great place currently since all modern smartphones support them natively. On this one. And Rega actually brings up a point. Is the NFC similar to the Garmin Chirp? I've never actually done a Garmin Chirp cache, Chad. I don't know if you have back in the day.
No.
But it was kind of, to me, from my understanding, it was almost like a beacon where you got closer and it started to kind of ping your device on there. So, it doesn't really ping your device. It doesn't really like broadcast, but I mean, it reads it in close proximity. Like for those that don't know, like this little dot here is actually an NFC tag and it has a sticker on it and it's powered by your phone in close proximity to it. And a few other comments here I want to highlight too. Burnt Turtle says we don't have any in Iowa and the ones that do are not legit. So yeah, I mean, you could create a legit one with this. And Amateur Gadget Caches brings up a great point too, Chad, on here. that, you could do an unlisted YouTube URL for that video.
Yeah, you could. That's a great idea
Yeah.
to do. So I have some really good ideas of stuff I want to do, and I want to see if I can implement them first before I share them with everybody.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's see from here. Bird turtles, how did you get so many? I couldn't even get one. Yeah, just Amazon. And let me see if I
I
can
don't think I could get less than 50, but that's all I got. It wasn't that much. I think it was $15. I could be wrong.
Yeah, let me do a screen share and show
$13.99.
Yeah, yeah. So this is like Amazon.com, and on Amazon.com you can get like 50 pieces of these for just like almost $14. So they're not relatively expensive by any means out there.
And you can get thinner ones than these. I bought the same ones John bought, and they're a little bit thicker, but you can get them, like a sticker size. So if you're trying to hide them behind something flatter, you can. But I kind of wanted something a little more rigid for what I was doing, but I don't know if it really makes a difference.
Yeah, and these actually do have stickers too on here too that you can use. A little tricky to get off, but I mean, once you do, it works out pretty well. On here, and let's see any other questions that we got in here. So Engineer 42, how well do iPhones work with NFC tags? It works well with mine. You just have to be very kind of cognizant where that NFC reader is. And on here, let me just pull one up on mine, and I'll actually kind of show on my phone like where the reader is. But like up here, like you can see if the NFC tag is like right here on my phone. Let me put up right there in the light. Okay. That's the point where it'll read. So you just have to know on your phone where it reads on that one for the NFC link to appear on that.
Yeah, and I have the same thing, and mine reads pretty quick on that right there.
Yeah, because do you have Android chat? I can't remember.
No, I have an iPhone, and I even have this. At first, I was worried about. I have a metal plate here for my car for my magnet, and I was worried about it reading, but it reads no problem.
Yeah. So I think people just need to know. And then the only other tip too, before, and we're going to dig into a lot on this one, is if you're sticking these on here, the one thing that I think Gary learned and Gary experienced when he was doing it is if he tried to stick it to metal, it didn't really read that well. So if you're going to stick it to something other than metal, it should read better, on that.
So was he hiding it on the back side of the metal, trying to read through it?
Yeah, he was actually, I think, sticking it on like a bridge or a metal sign.
Okay. So it was on the front of the metal and it still wouldn't read it very well?
Yeah, that's what he was saying. I haven't tried on that one yet. So, I mean, people's mileage may vary on that one. But I mean, something to be aware of on that one for sure. Yeah.
I tried it behind an aluminum sign thinking that maybe it would read through it, and it didn't. So
it didn't. Okay.
And it was just very, very thin metal.
Yeah.
But I was hoping it would. But that's where, plastic parts 3D prints come in handy. You can print. I mean, if you look online, you look on Etsy, there's all kinds of NFC prints you can download or buy, or if you go to Thingiverse or any of those, there's all kinds of files you can download.
Yeah. And a few questions on here too in comments. Amateur gadget caches. Yeah, plastic ammo can for NFC, exactly, because of the metal issue. Yeah, absolutely. Those work out well. I've one, and then maybe when we get into it, I'll highlight chat and I'll grab mine and then bring it out so I can show people. And then Engineer 42, some tags are sold as working when or on metal. I don't think any will read through metal. Yeah, that makes sense. And let's see, comment from Jim, Stark. How water resistant are NFC tags? I've heard from some people who have put these out, and they've seemed to be pretty weather resistant. I would advise, though, I mean, if you're going to put something out like long-term wise, I mean, you may want to think about, putting it outside, especially if it's extreme weather type conditions on there too.
Yeah, I mean, I think the ones we got, these thicker ones, I don't know if there's any way for water to penetrate to ruin anything, but I mean, maybe. I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, and supposedly the ones that we got too. And let me pull back up the screen on here. Let me see if I can make this a little bit larger. On here, they do say on here that they are waterproof as well.
I should throw one in a glass of water, and then the next podcast I'll have to pull it out and see if it works.
Leave it in the water the whole month, Chad, just to make sure.
We did that once with the Right in the Rain log when we first started, and they, and it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, pretty cool stuff on that one for sure. For sure. And let me see. Somebody highlighted in here too. Yeah. NFC tools app for iPhones works well. Absolutely. That's what I used. I think that's what you were using too, Chad, right?
Yeah. Yes. There's a couple I found, but I think you and I, the one I really ended up using was the same one you did, which was the NFC tools itself. I think I deleted the other one because it didn't work that well. So yes, that's the one I would recommend. And it's fairly simple to download too.
Yeah, absolutely. And let me bring it up for people that, may not be familiar. Yep. Amateur Gadget Caches, NFC tools all the way. Absolutely. On here. Let me do a screen share. And on here, let me bring it up. Yeah. So this is the app NFC tools right here. And, certainly this is one I would encourage people, to download, and you can download it through iOS. You can download it for Android as well, too. I know, we can walk people through it, but I mean, it's not that hard, to actually go in and to program a tag whatsoever either. Because like on here, going through, it's like all you have to do is click right. And this is a free app too, by the way, absolutely free. And like we can add a record, and then we can see all the different options on here, like text, URL, custom URL, you name it, social networks, mail, contact, phone number, SMS, address, location, Bitcoin, a whole bunch of stuff on here. But I mean, just to go through and do it, it's like, even like if I go through, click on here, you can select different types of protocols on here too, for people to use. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Let me see. It doesn't look like my keyboard's working on this screen share, but pretty much, I mean, on here, you just enter it on your phone through here, and then when you go through, you just like stick a tag by it, and then click write. So like on here, like if I do that and I have it here, on my phone, I then click write. And I didn't put anything in there per se, but if I had something in there, and let me see if I stop the screen share, you can then actually go in, and then it'll just write right away on there. So that's pretty cool and pretty easy.
Yeah. And, I wanted a picture on mine, and I can show the picture I'd end up doing on mine. All I had to do was go into the Google Photos, and it would give you a URL to direct you to that photo. Because if you noticed in that app, there's no photo or picture link or area to put one. So you just got to go into your Google Photos and go to that photo, and it will give you a URL or a link to copy and paste. And the kind of cool thing about that is it takes you right to the photo. And what I noticed is it tells me who scanned that photo. And so I know who and how many people looked at it. So if you had it as a cache, I would imagine it would work the same way for a puzzle, but you would know who itself looked at it or scanned it, and how many people. And that's almost kind of a separate way of knowing if someone actually was at your cache and logged it, right?
Well, and I love that too, because from a testing perspective, then it's working and people are using it.
Yeah.
because how many times you release a new cache and you're just like thinking like, okay, are people finding it? Have people figured out that puzzle?
Mhm.
And I like that element to it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And so I can actually show that what it did. So I just downloaded a picture of an event I'm doing this weekend, and it's my puzzle gadgets and games event. And I don't know if this will focus, but I've scanned it and my wife has scanned it, and it shows. Let's see if I can show on there. Up here, it shows 2 people have scanned it and who has scanned it on there. So,
That's cool.
and the name of the tag, I put puzzles on there. That's why it says that. Obviously, I would change it. This was just something I was messing around with. So I think it's kind of cool that you can see who scanned your photo and how many people.
Yeah, that is awesome. That is awesome to do it. Yeah, and let me bring it up now so I can enter a text in here. So like in this one, and again, this is just going in, add a record, doing URL on here, and then right here, I can just go to like youtube.com if I want. I can click OK. And, on here, it tells me that it's 16, bytes on here. I can put the tag, right at that location. I can click right. And then it says approach an NFC tag. Oh, let me do this one again. Yeah, let me see. Click on here. And I just put up here, scanned it. And yeah, that's how it worked, So I was just able to write to it that quick.
Now, one thing I'd recommend for people to do is you can actually put a password also, so someone else can't reprogram the tag. So I'd recommend putting in a password. And so, yeah, as you can see what John's doing here is you can actually lock the tag or set a password for it as well. And that's what I would recommend. Otherwise, someone might go up to your tag and think, oh, I'm gonna write something else over this, do a Rick roll or something on it when someone scans it instead of your puzzle. So I would definitely recommend adding that. Oh, and pickle. It's supposed to be pickle.
Yeah, guys, don't tell anybody my secret password, by the way. But yeah, you just go and you click set, and then you can just set the password, onto that one. So it's pretty cool. I mean, there's just so much you can do on here. And again, free app, low cost tags. So I mean, it's one of those things. It's almost like, how can you not play with it?
So one thing I wanted to do was a multi that was a clue game, and each stop you go to, you would scan this and you get 3 cards, right? Isn't that what clue is? So you get a person, a place, and a weapon, right?
Yeah.
And you'd have to go to all these stops, and at the very end, there'd be a couple of them that maybe you wouldn't have, and you'd have to guess it from there, or it would give you the final one after you find them all. That was kind of something I thought. So it'd actually just pull up a picture of each, a person, a place, and a weapon. And I just thought that'd be kind of cool.
That would be fun.
So, yeah. And then I tried to have it come up with the font right away to do a story, but I actually have to create a link to that because it only has so much memory on that tag itself.
Yeah.
And I even took it down to the smaller amount of memory and it wouldn't write it. So I think it has to have something to link to.
Yeah, that's the one when we had somebody on Geocache Talk before, kind of helping to open up that door and start the conversation on NFC tags. That's what they were saying, the value they feel, and it works best if it's linked content. Mm-hmm. So onto that one, I mean, if you're going to do it, make sure it's an area where there's good cell phone reception too, for people.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just thought about something and I ended up forgetting. So I'll think about it here in a minute.
Yeah. No worries. But it's so cool with the link content, because one of the things, Chad, I'm going to pull up a QR code for people playing at home. You did this one the other day.
Yeah, this was fun. See, and this I haven't gotten into, and I think this is super fun because you can't require people to take a photo or a screenshot of themselves, but I think this would be fun. So if you're listening, you guys should take a shot of this.
Yeah. So if anybody's watching us live on YouTube and you have your phone, take a picture of this QR code. Yeah, because I mean, in this is kind of diving into something that geocaching got into a while ago and then kind of got away from. So yeah, if anybody's watching us live on YouTube, pull up your phone, get this QR code, test this out. Love to hear what people's experiences are on this one. I won't ruin the surprise, just yet for anybody.
I think it's fun. I saw this and that was really creative to do. And you can also use these to actually program lights and other things. And so I have some pretty big caches that have power to them and they have lights that I just leave on LEDs 24 hours a day because limited power and I don't want to have a switch in there. But with the NFC, when they scan it to get the puzzle, I believe it can also turn the lights on. And you can set a time for them to turn off. So they could be on for half hour, or whatever. And so I think that's cool. It could also do it for different parts of puzzles too. I would imagine that you could also have it turn different parts of the puzzle on.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know, just kind of curious if anybody in the chat room actually opened up that QR code. Maybe I'll see if I can do is to get the link to and post that in there.
Yeah, it's fun. So if you scan it, you'll kind of see what it is. And I think it'd be cool if they have to post a picture of that somewhere with them. So I think it'd be fun for a log, but you can't require people to put a photo of themselves on a log.
Yes. Cool. Posting the lily pad. Thank you, Mike. And I'm gonna post the URL that should bring this up as well too. So yeah, Chad, I don't know if you want to share your photo of how this looks on your side.
Absolutely. If you're ready for me to do that, I can do it.
Yeah.
And I also am loading. Here is the two-step photo, what he did.
Nice.
In there. And then mine is, obviously I took it when we were on there. So it gives you 3D glasses, it looks like, right? That's pretty cool. And if you move your head around, they move with it. So I thought that's pretty cool. So that's what I was thinking. It's like a photo booth, right? You can do like a photo booth or something. You can require someone to put the photos on. So
yeah.
Honestly, good.
Yeah. So, I mean, just to summarize, it's using web-based augmented reality through a site where people can actually create free content. So if people go to there, you can create a free account. You can kind of start playing with it. At some point, it's probably like I want to walk people through how to do it a little bit more, but I think that's probably like a show in itself, with how to create some augmented reality content from that. But just to think, like that was a link, like through our QR code, you could put that in an NFC tag. And I was telling Chad too, it's like you could make that part of like a puzzle, or, also you could do something pretty crazy as well too. Hey Chad, I'm going to put up your solo screen quick so I can grab a cache that I have just over there.
You got a cat? Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And what I hope this kind of gets back to is I liked the augmented reality caches they had a while ago. I thought they were fun. I did a few of them that were very creative and had a lot of fun with them. So hopefully this will either help them bring it back, motivate them to bring it back, or like what John did, it gives you links to be able to use it.
Yeah, definitely. And if people want information, let us know. And yeah, amateur gadget caches. Yeah. Show idea, fun third-party sites to spice up hides. Absolutely. Because I think like if you were to put that on a cache, and had an NFC tag and people had to figure out the NFC tag and they got that, yeah, I just think that would be like a fun thing,
Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just going to show on here too. Let me see if I can get this to show properly. Oh man. Okay.
Can't see you yet. There you go.
Okay. Hold on. It's kind of funny. I got a green screen here, but so for our audio listeners, oh man, I got to get the right point with the lighting. you can actually see I have a plastic ammo can, and inside the ammo can, I affix some of these tags on the inside. So people can actually use their phone to scan it through the plastic ammo can to then see, and you can see there's a lock on it as well too. But I put many tags on this ammo can that people are going to have to find the right one.
I hope one rolls you.
I will neither deny or confirm, Chad.
That would be awesome.
But yeah.
The rest needs to be different pizza slices.
Oh, man. Yeah. So, I mean, so many opportunities on here. But, you know, this one, to make something like this, I mean, it was just like a word lock I picked up on clearance, you know, plastic ammo can from Walmart with the latch on. And, you know, just some of these, you know. So, I mean, this is like relatively like a low cost gadget cache to put out there that, you know, I think a lot of people would really have fun with, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. And just to tell people too, not to promote it, but the plastic ones right now at Harbor Freight are on sale for, I think, $283 or something.
Are they really? Jeez.
So I'd definitely go pick some up if you want to use a plastic ammo can.
Yeah.
And it sounds like they're ideal for this. And the kind of cool thing about yours, the clear one, is then you see where the NFC tag is. Otherwise, you kind of have to mark it, or you could just make them scan around the whole thing until they find the right one, which is kind of cool too. Part of the puzzle.
Absolutely. I mean, you could even I was thinking about this, put stickers over a tag. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to either have a cool sticker, a number on that one that people would have to scan, you know.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some good ideas. Like that.
It opens up a lot of different options on there for sure. Oh yeah. And a big shout out to Lost Ken. Lost Ken just joined us. So thanks for joining us tonight, Lost Ken.
Last week I got to meet Lost Ken. He actually came out, found Cache Odyssey, and
really
was able to hang out with him and his wife for a bit, and we found some of my caches. It was fun.
That is so cool.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. So if you're up in the Seattle area, especially this next weekend for my the Gadget, what is it? Puzzles, games and gadgets event. You know, I have a lot of caches up here, and if you're not for that event, let me know, and I might be able to meet up with you guys.
Oh man, that is cool. And as Chad plugs that one, I will plug, if people are in the neighborhood for Cache Odyssey, New York, and you want to meet up, let me know. And then the other thing is, let me know if you're out here and you're interested in pickle pizza, because I've had a number of people come through and we've met up for pickle pizza, and it's just been awesome on that one.
Sorry, I'm reading the burnt turtles thing there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let me bring that one up.
A minute. Yeah, it says.
He says, I know you can paint over them. Super glue doesn't harm tags, and some everyday refrigerator magnets won't damage them. So I've heard. Well, that's cool. That's good to know.
I have some refrigerator magnets here. Let's see. It's a good question.
Yeah.
So just a thin magnet that's not printed on.
Wow.
Let's see if I read through it.
Yeah, that's cool. And as you're doing that, Chad, I think I got to break the bad news to everybody about your shop, right?
Oh, sure.
Is Chad's appearance of his shop on this one for everybody? It's going to look different in a future show. We don't know exactly when.
Hopefully after this event this weekend. Hopefully I'll gut it out and be completely different. But we'll see.
Yeah, because I know so many people love the part of the show where you see Chad's shop and you look around and you're trying to see what all he has.
Yeah, it went through the refrigerator magnet.
Oh, did it really?
So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I just I need to organize it and then get rid of half the stuff in here. So it's about the only way I can think about. But hopefully it'll be before the next show. But I have a lot of stuff going on before then, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, and Quincy Gript is saying, is it Extreme Shop Makeover?
We should do one. That'd be fun. I've had a couple people sent me messages recently that they want a shop tour. We did one, when I first started Gadget Talk a long time ago.
Yeah.
and it's completely different now. So maybe we will. I mean, we don't even go into this side of the shop here at all. I think we have a couple shows that Derek and I did that was over there, but
Yeah.
So just need a bigger house, need a bigger shop.
Oh man. Yeah. No, I'd love to see a tour of that one.
That'd be fun. It's just a wood shop. It's pretty basic stuff. So paint booth and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll have stuff I can get rid of, unload on people. Unfortunately, lost Ken, I think, had to take some of my stuff. I was able to unload some stuff on him.
Oh man, he got some goodies.
So, yeah, it was fun.
Well, very cool.
He was at the event building that we had, the I-90 building. So some of the stuff is still up. So I was able to take him around there and show him some of the other things.
Yeah. Oh man, Mike has one. We need a post-shop cleanup video to show all the widgets you found that you haven't used yet or bought on a whim.
Oh, there's so much stuff like that, and it's this shop over here is like the hoarder's paradise over there. It would be like a hoarder clean out place. Maybe not quite that bad, but it's pretty bad. You know, as most builders know, when you're making stuff, it's not as organized as it usually is. And luckily, doing this show, at least once a month, I have to clean up. So,
I feel, Chad, and just an idea, you got an event coming up, right? You need to clean out your shop. Well, and it would probably work better if it wasn't your event, but just put trackable tags on all of them, bring them to an event, and then, I mean, it'll work out, right?
That's right. Someone will take it. I think so. But yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe I'll take some video or some stuff of it. And I know I have drawers of stuff down here I haven't gotten into for years, and just need to get rid of stuff.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, Chad, question from Bert Turtles. Can you explain the basic difference between an RFID card and an NFC tag? Are they similar in a way?
That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. The RFID, isn't that a radio frequency?
Yeah.
Tag. And it doesn't have any kind of. It doesn't really have any memory, right? It just activates yes or no. From my understanding, now the NFCs have a certain amount of memory and can redirect you. Now, I think with an Arduino or Raspberry Pi, if you use an RFID, you can program something in there to redirect you to something different, but the NFC automatically does it. That's a good question. Let me look it up.
Yeah. And I think as you're doing that, I mean, with the NFC, you can customize so many different things on there, links to it. And with an RFID, and let me see if I can bring a video that somebody shared with us, Chad. Let me see if I can download this and then upload this that I think would be cool to show an example of something with an RFID as well too, that our good friend Just Ducking Around sent us the other week, if that's okay to show.
Yeah.
So let me upload that video clip because it will give, I think, a little explanation what people could do with that. So yeah, it's uploading right now. And yeah, as people have questions, put them in the chat. And if people have ideas too, put them in the chat as well too, because with the HQ leaning more into NFC tags on here, it just seems like this opens up a lot of cool possibilities. And, our community of gadget cache makers and just cachers should be thinking about, what are some cool things to do with this?
Mm-hmm. And I've seen what some people actually. I just shot you a video today of something where someone was using this in an escape room game. That to me was pretty much the same way as using it as an RFID tag.
Yeah, and it looked like, through that one, that was using what was it, an Arduino based system on there too.
Yeah, it was either Arduino or Raspberry Pi. I think it was Arduino based on there. and so you pretty much you scan the tag and you had to do it in a certain order. So it's kind of the same thing as an RFID, kind of like what we did with the I don't know if you can see them in here, the stones from Fifth Element up there.
Let me see if I can do a screen share of that video, Chad.
Okay.
That you shared. I won't do the audio because we do not want to get flagged for YouTube for doing somebody else's audio, but let me see if I can bring this one up to show people. Because on here,
oh yeah, that's the one I sent you. Yeah,
you can see on here, this is essentially a reader that lights up. These are actually 3 different stands. People have different ones that they then have to put on in order to get it lighting up in certain ways. So you can see they just put one of these with an NFC tag on a base, another one with another NFC tag. And we can see the lights displaying certain colors to indicate if it is in the correct sequence or not.
Yeah. And that's pretty cool. And that's using the NFC. And I'm not sure how he's using it. And I didn't watch the whole video all the way. It was something that I was kind of playing in the background when I was doing some research and messing with the tags. And I saw it and I thought I sent it to John. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. We'll drop the link in the chat too on here for anybody that wants to check it out. So
it sounds like RFID tags. Obviously, it's a different range that they operate from, but they also operate at different ranges as far as distance. So an RFID tag can operate at a greater distance depending on the high frequency or low frequency of it, versus a NFC is usually about 4 inches that it operates from on there. So, and then it says RFIDs are primarily a one-way communication, and NFCs support two-way communication on everything. So, I think that's the big ones on it. But again, you can look it up and see what it is. But that's a good question.
Yeah. And let me pull up another example of an RFID one. I'll pull up the one from Just Ducking Around that he shared with us. That is really cool. On
2 tools for one end. Stack the blocks on the
And then Chad, you said you knew that was RFID.
Yeah,
sound, right?
So we must have been muted during that video because we couldn't hear us.
Oh, okay.
But I knew that was an RFID tag by the sound it made, because I actually have that same latch. We've actually used it on the show here quite often. But the same type of thing. Obviously, you could have it activate something too, the NFC. But that's cool cache. I want to make that cache. I think that'd be a really fun one to make.
Yeah, absolutely. Just shout out to Just Talking Around, because I mean, he just made like so many incredibly cool caches on that one that I know what we showed on the show was not all of his awesome caches. He has so many great ones.
Absolutely, yeah. I can see having him on several other times talking about some of his caches because, yeah, we only went over a few of them. Obviously, he's making more and more of them. But that one there is one of my favorite RFID type of caches because you have to stack everything, get the one on top, send it over and have it scan, balance it. There's a lot of stuff to it. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, and he just did such a high production. I mean, all the graphics on there, all the arrows, making it intuitive on that one. And you know, for him, I'm sure he's done that a number of times, so it makes it look easy for him. But I'm sure for a bunch of other people, it would be a little bit trickier to do. You know,
I think that's how it ends up being, right? Like the Bison tube extractor that I have, I can do that only takes 2 or 3 times to get it every time. And some people will sit there for 10 minutes and can't get it. But I've done it so many times that I can do it and I'm used to it. But it's still really, really cool cache. It's awesome.
Yeah.
There's another one that I have that I just made for this event this weekend. It's in the other room. It's a Simon Says. It says Signal Says on it. But you got to use your feet.
Oh, wow.
So, and trying to do it with your feet is way different than your hands.
I bet.
So it's fun. I'll have to show that maybe on the next show on how that works.
I was going to say, Chad, we should throw up the GC too to your event. I don't know if we've showed the GC for that.
Oh yeah, I'm not good at promoting my own events.
Yeah, I mean, get the word out, because I mean, it's so cool. Emily's coming up, for your event on that one. I mean, she's excited.
I'm excited to have her. She hasn't made it up to many of the events, actually any of them except for the 20th. So it'll be fun. I think her and her parents are coming.
Are they really? That's awesome.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Yeah. Man, it just sounds like any event that you're working on, Goblin Dust's working on, they just sound like next level events,
Oh, they're a blast. And we just like to have fun. You're right. They're not hard. A lot of puzzles aren't hard. We'll have some hard ones, and then some will be super simple. And then everybody gets a prize at the end. It's just kind of one of those things. We like to. Well, we'd like to say everybody does, but we typically do. So it's GC B7 TKD. If we can share that. Actually, I think we have picture of it somewhere here. Here we go.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I forgot about that. So, but that's the event this weekend, noon to 5. We're taking over a small town of Port Orchard, and we'll have a lot of caches inside shops. And it's a small little town, so you'll see cachers walking up and down the street and be able to talk to them and visit. So lots of fun, lots of good places to eat. Just amazing place to be at. So, to go over one more thing, do you have anything else on the NFC?
Oh, no. Go, Chad. I know you got so much more, and I know
we're talking. We jumped on an hour before the show, and we talk about stuff. I'm like, I should go over this. But one of my NFC ideas, which I didn't do all the way for this event, is a library cache. So you have a library book, and my thought was to put the NFC behind the binding somewhere, so you can't see it. So I could cut it in or something.
Oh, wow.
Or you could even put it on the inside, but I thought behind the binding would be fun. So like behind there somewhere, so you couldn't see it, or you might even see a little bit around this. I don't know. But it would take you to a story to solve the puzzle. So I was messing around with it, was hoping it was going to take me right to a story page, and it didn't, so I could have it go to a photo, but I decided on this one to just go ahead and do a story. But this will sit in the library. It's a gadget cache. It's a puzzle. Find out what side it's on. You turn it on, and then you got to read the story on this side here, and come up with the answers for the gadget. You enter the code in here, which I don't remember what it is, and it will give you either a code word or a password to anything. And this will give you, since this is an adventure lab or a lab cache, it will give you a password to something. So, or cool. But these are super simple to make, and I was actually telling John that we should go over it at some point in time on the episode, because it's really not an expensive one to make to do, and I think finding something like this in the library would be super cool.
Oh my God. I mean, library caches are just cool in general, but I mean, finding something like that in a library, man, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And this actually won't be in a library. The van will be in a bookstore.
Very nice.
So, but yeah, just fun things like that. But again, I was going to use the NFC to take you to a story that you had to read. I like the idea of actually taking you to, so you could do, too bad there wasn't any more Blockbuster videos. There's one in Oregon, I guess.
Oh, is there really?
So you could have them scan a DVD case and have it take you to a movie where you got to watch the movie or something or a story of it to get the answers, which would be kind of fun too.
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, in a sense like that, you scan the tag and it links a video, and in the video it shows the person getting the next stage, So then you have to like see where they go and what they're doing. You know,
That'd be cool. So if you're in a town and you kind of had these areas that everybody knows about, right? The can't think of the name of it, but
like hidden gems, you're saying?
landmarks that everybody knows about. And it shows a video of that and someone there finding it, then you got to go find that area, and that'd be really cool. That'd be fun to do. Be fun in a trail too, where you watch someone on a trail walking. You could even have it fast forwarded, 10 times or something, so it's super fast, and go down a trail and you have to find a certain log or something, which is what I saw someone do that for one of our vault keys.
Oh, nice.
And that was really, really cool to watch someone do that. So there's endless possibilities on these, and you just have to create the link. Obviously, the YouTube, actually, like what I think was Amateur Geocaching in here mentioned. Might be wrong. Who said it? But they said you can do the YouTube, the private YouTube.
Oh yeah, the unlisted link. So
unlisted YouTube. Yeah,
It's you don't need a password to get in it, but just that link is not publicly available or publicly searchable. But yeah, you can share that and use that. That's a great idea.
That's the way to go. And I might have to try and mess with that before this next week. And maybe I'll have to figure out how to do a bonus for the event, and you have to watch the video and figure out where it is.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool. So if anybody here actually does one, or can think of anything else, send us a message, show us what you've done. If you want to come on and talk about it, let us know sometime. We're always wanting to have people on to talk about builds and geocaching in general.
Yeah.
I think some of our better conversations are when we're not live, talking about stuff and just, shooting ideas off the mind, off the head. And so I'd like to have other people on and kind of do that live.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And Burnt Turtles brings up a great point. Since we are placing something there, physical stages when it comes to multis. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for mentioning that.
Yeah, it's a good point. I only have one multi, so I don't think about that very often. But yes,
man.
I need to have.
I know. I just archived a multi that I had the other day, and it was tough because what am I down to? I think 2 active multis. So I'm like, yeah, I got to get another one out.
Mine's a Gadget one. It's actually right in Port Orchard. It's right next to the building where we have the event. And it literally takes almost a gallon of water to make it work. And everybody's waiting for something to happen, but it actually speaks to you and gives you the next chords.
Oh, does it really?
And so, but if you're not ready for it to speak, put it down to get the chords, and hopefully you hear the chords properly. But it's fun. They're pretty loud. It's on a loudspeaker. So, and it's over a wall that you have to find. So that's my only multi I have, and that's super fun.
Oh man, that sounds like a really cool one.
Yeah.
I just love that one because for most people, if it's water, you think something's going to float up to the top, and just to have that other twist on that, that's really cool.
Yeah, it activates a switch, which activates a sound module, which gives you coordinates for the next stage. So yeah, it's super fun.
Yeah. Oh, and Burnt Turtles brings up another good one too. Yeah. Oh, what if you have a float cache where the NFC tag floats to the top? Yeah, that would be pretty fun too.
Yeah. How would you?
All you got to get is a plastic container. Technically they're waterproof. So, you could put it on the top of something that floats. You'd have to field test it to see like how waterproof it is. But if not, you could put it inside a floatable container that then floats to the top, and then you scan it from there.
Yeah, that would be. I'm just trying to think, how would you get it to the top? Where would you tie it? What would hold it down?
Just got to grab it. So it floats up to the top, pick it. Your Burnt Turtle says, or even they'll have to scan it before it drops back down,
Oh, you're talking about in a water cache where you pour water in and it floats up. I was thinking in a lake where you kind of like what we saw last time where you got to do that reel. Yeah, that actually is pretty cool. You could do that. Oh, I missed it. Got to do it again.
Yeah, I know. Part of me would love to. Create some mystery. Call it. I don't know. Like I'll call it, just for the sake of conversation, the mark of the pickle, and then people would have to go and find a pickle like sticker or like something, and then they'd have to scan that, to then find the next stage, So if you could like physically see something, but you can make a cool mystery out of it for sure. But yeah, there's so many possibilities.
You could, because I'm really close to hopefully getting this Sasquatch series out. Ooh. You could do videos of Sasquatches or something. If I was good at making videos like Derek was, really good at making, you can actually have go to a video that would give you clues and maybe a trail or a video trail or something. And it's funny is I know a couple of people with Sasquatch suits. We could go videotape something out in the wild. That would be super fun so you have to scan the front of the Sasquatch container.
Oh man,
to get the clue maybe or something to either the next stage or to the next one or something. I don't know. Lots of ideas.
Yeah. Oh, that would be pretty wild. That'd be pretty wild. Yeah, I was thinking, Chad, too. Do you want to show any like 3D printed items that you did too?
Oh, I forgot about those. So I was messing around. Today and was thinking that it'd be kind of fun. So I have a lot of metal containers or other areas that you could glue something to or double-sided tape to. And so I made a star here that actually has an area in the back for a tag to fit in. The print kind of came out bad, but it would fit there and it would scan through it. So the tag would fit right in the very back of it. And you could double-side tape that to something. I made a square as well. One, and then I made a flat star one that came out a lot better. And then I make some of these caches and give these away at events. These are for electrical panels. Normally there's reflective numbers on the front of these, and they're magnetic, so they stick to the electrical panel, and then a logbook fits in here for it. And I was thinking you could actually just put one right behind this with one of those with the numbers on it on an electrical panel for a multi for the next stage or to the something. So you could go maybe did I say this earlier? Thingiverse, there's all kinds of places you can go to kind of look for NFT things, but these I just went to my design program and they're just basic shapes, right? You can just go on there and download it and put a negative space in it and off you go.
Yeah.
Always a big fan of gluing 3D prints to metal. I don't know if I've ever glued 3D prints to metal. Would it? How well does that stick when everything expands and contracts? I guess you do in ammo cans. So,
yeah, you probably could. I feel like we should challenge Mike sometime. Amateur Gadget Caches to can he ammo can it?
Yeah,
because it seems like
that once with the hand powered crank one.
Yeah.
We did do that, and he, succeeded at it.
Yeah, I'm always just that impressed. And
E6000. So that is good glue. I have a lot of it. I'll show people just in case. Just in case people want to see what it is. This is what it looks like. Home Depot, you can get it at. You can get it on Amazon. Good glue. I threw a lot of 3D print glue with this. And everything. So, absolutely would recommend it if you need to glue anything together. So, and I would imagine that it's flexible. So if things expand and contract, then that would solve that issue. That's why I like to use silicone on certain things, because you have different metals, different materials that expand and contract, different rates at different temperatures. And so if you had something like super glue on there that got real hard and rigid, it would pop apart. It would pop off. So this would be great for that.
Yeah. And I'm just, Chad, I'm just going to do a quick screen share. You were talking about the Thingiverse, and if people don't know the Thingiverse, go check there for all sorts of 3D printable items on here. But you can just see, I went there and, searched up NFC tag holders, and you can see a number of things came up here, for coins, even Bitcoin, keychains on here, so always a great resource if people are looking for different items on here. But yeah, number of items that you can download, 3D print. You don't have to design, and you can do some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, it is cool. And if you do a lot of geocaching and you have an Instagram account or a Facebook account, you can link that to an NFC and have a keychain with you. And when someone wants to, you want to show someone your stuff or they want to see it, you just have them scan that and it takes you right to your Instagram or your Facebook. Whatever page you have, you can do contact information, or maybe you could probably link it right to your geocaching page.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure.
It'd be kind of cool then, that coming up is I get a lot of people that are coming to find my caches and want to know which ones I would recommend. I could actually have this at my cache, and like, if you want to find more like this, scan the NFC and it'll have a list of caches to find.
Oh, that's cool.
That'd be cool. You could do that for Cache Odyssey and have it at all the caches. If you want to learn more about Cache Odyssey or know where the other ones are, you could actually have a whole list of them.
Yeah. And I like that because that's cool because on a few levels, right? Because I mean, like you're going to an area, you don't know what the cool caches are there. And then the other element, it seems like sometimes like on a cache page, you put a lot of information there and maybe people don't read it. But if somebody were to see a tag in person, like for other cool caches in the area, scan this, I mean, that would be awesome. That would be really cool.
Idea. I might have to make something like that up.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think Nick Cap just encouraged us, Chad, to challenge amateur gadget geocachers for sure. So yeah. And amateur gadget geocachers. Yeah. Oh man, NFC link to a public list of your other geocaches in each hide. Yeah.
That's what I think I'm going to have to do. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
To do that. So cool. Yeah, I don't know what to challenge him with. Amateur geocaches too.
I don't know. I would love to see like, the Russian nesting dolls. I would love to see like that with ammo cans, where it's like an ammo can, another ammo can, another ammo can, another ammo can,
just ammo cans,
and then maybe like a small gadget one. But like if I encountered a cache like that with like nested ammo cans like that, I'd give it a favorite point. Easy.
Absolutely. I give favorite points out though. If you seem like you spent some time on it and trying to be creative, I give you favorite points.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same here. I ran out of favorite points, Chad. I have 0 favorite points left. In fact.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the important part, and it motivates people to try a little bit harder on their next hide,
Absolutely.
Keeps them motivated to spend a little more time, make something gadgety and make something fun.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I think HQ came out with one of the things on, what was it? You had to hide so many caches or something to qualify for something. But I'm like, well, yeah. You shouldn't be recommending people just to throw light skirts out there. You're ruining spots for good people. But that's just me saying that, right? That's my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I
shouldn't, because I mean, everybody should be able to put a cache out. But
I like the idea of what they're doing, because I think it's a good step for virtual. Like, hey, you want to be eligible for virtual, you have to have hidden so many caches. But I get you. It's like you almost have to like level that up, because it's like, if it was like, okay, you have to hide 3 caches, and each of those caches have to have like a certain percentage of favorite points or favorite points on there. That would probably ensure that they were more quality hiders, and ensure that the virtuals got awarded were even higher quality virtuals.
The reward I want, and I've mentioned this several times to Brian, that I want one, because they don't want you to hide. I want a cache. I want to be able to hide a cache within 528 feet of another one.
Yeah.
And not just anyone, one of my own, right? That way I'm not hiding one next to someone else who has a higher favored point cache, or that has an area, one closer to one of mine, because I could do so many cool things, especially on my caches, because of their big properties. But I can't, because it's within 528 feet. So if you could give me a reward, if I get so many favorite points or whatever, that I can hide another cache within 528 feet of one of my own caches, I think that'd be great. And people would go there to find them, right?
Yeah.
Another cache, and it's close to each other. So, but, I don't think that will ever happen.
Yeah, but I like the idea of incentivizing. Okay, and Rega's challenging us to be honest, Chad, on this one, with a question: do you ever unfavor point at a chief cache? So a cache that you found, have you ever removed a favor point from it?
I have not, but I don't follow the caches that I've found to know if they've been archived. Technically, if it's been archived, I believe it keeps this favorite point in the system, but you get it back if you pull it back after it's been archived. So the owner doesn't lose the favorite point. But I don't have time to sit there and look at what's been archived and what hasn't.
Yeah, same here. I never have.
Find 10 more caches and get another favorite point.
Yeah, exactly. For sure. But I'm sure other people have.
Yeah, I know people have. And there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's your favorite point, and if it's been archived, then it doesn't get pulled away. I don't like when people take it away after they awarded it. But that's just me.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Well, Chad, any other closing thoughts you want to add, or?
No. Next month, if you are in San Francisco area on the 25th, 26th, and 27th, I believe it's September, I will be presenting at Make Magazine Maker Fair in San Francisco. Huge Maker Fair there. So stop by. I'll have gadget caches there. I'll have all kinds of stuff there. So stop by and see me. I would love to see everybody there. And then if you're in town this upcoming weekend, would love to see you over in Port Orchard. So that would be fun. He said, check lily pad.
Okay. I'm bringing it up right now, Chad. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me share for everybody, because I do love seeing things that people share and we want to put out there. So yeah, on here, oh man, Mike's already doing it. He's got
doing it.
An ammo can and an ammo can.
In the ammo can.
Like there's no challenge. You can challenge him and he's going to do it,
Yeah, that's I have one of those smaller ammo cans somewhere, but you need to be at the very end to where they have that really tiny geocache. Have you seen that little metal one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I have one over here, but something small like that at the very end. That'd be fun. But the logbook is in the very big one, hidden somewhere, right? So you go through all that and where's the log? You got to hide it somewhere in the big one, false bottom or something.
Oh man, that would be wild. That would be wild when you get to the small ammo can. It just says not here.
Yep.
Yeah. And then just to pop up too in Lilypad chat, we do have our Geocache Talk, Gadget Talk group on here as well too. So if anybody wants to join that, please join that. We always look forward to using Lilypad chat on here. Great app on this one. But yeah, I guess closing thoughts on here. We're going to be back September 16th at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you have any ideas, email those to our Gadget Talk podcast at gmail.com account. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, and certainly look forward to hearing any caches that people put together for NFC tags after the show. And if people have any questions, please let us know on that side. Love to hear them.
Yes, absolutely. And next month is going to be fun. I don't want to share it quite yet. I want to get it all finished, getting it all set up. But we're going to have a very brilliant person on who's really creative at making stuff and has been involved with maker fairs and other things in the past. So looking forward to having him on.
Yeah. I'm excited. Oh man, Chad, your dog came in.
Yeah, I didn't shut my door. She's like, "Oh, it must be time to go." Okay, go outside. It's my house cow.
House cow.
Yeah. But
nice.
Yep, she's out. It's like I'm done.
Well, very cool. Well, hey, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. Hope everybody has a great night.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Here.